Just posting my links, folks. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well tonight. I was just listening to Rob Sonic. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a kind of an underground hip-hop rap guy. I like his stuff quite a bit. Been recently jamming it a lot. All right. Hey, Kirk and Brunson. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's well. Oh, what's this? It's not there. Well, here, I'll keep that out for a second. So, I'm going to do some inking on this in a little bit. Probably do a kind of a quick and rough inks on this one. I'm trying to do something loose tonight. So hopefully kind of a nice quick and easy one with that one, maybe just for fun. But I had a couple announcements tonight. I'll get to those in a minute. Here's a Spider-Man I did, I think a week or so ago. Was it last week? I can't remember. Here's a Hulk I did quite a bit ago. And then here's a Weedian, from my Weed Priest book, which is obviously very heavily inspired by Dope Smoker by Sleep, Eric Roper's artwork. But anyway, one of those guys. So these three drawings I just kind of had laying around, and hey Eli, how's it going? And so I was thinking, why don't I give these away? And so I'm doing a sale right now on my website. So if you go to, there's actually a link in the video info, I think, if I did that right. If not, if you go to tyrellcannon.com, there's a sale, spring sale going on right now. And on there, I have a lot of some of my older work, stuff that some people might not have, that maybe recently got into my stuff. And I do have some other stuff that is new in that section. But everything in that sales section is marked down pretty significantly, cheaper than I've ever sold it before. And it's only going to last for a week. So the sale is the 20th through the 27th. So if you head over to tyrellcannon.com and check that out, anybody who buys anything from the shop, whether it's sale items or anything else this week, is automatically entered in a raffle to win one of these three drawings. So at the end of the week, after I've gotten all the orders that have come in that week, I will pick a name out of the hat of orders, and one of the people will get one of each one of these drawings. Three people, I guess, will each get a drawing from that list. So please go check out the sale over on tyrellcannon.com. These are all pretty fun. The other thing I was going to mention was that I hope some of you folks are going to be able to come to C2E2. That is in April, coming up here in Chicago, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. And I will be there in Artist Alley, tabling and sharing a table with my buddy Landis Blair, who I usually table with at that show. And I'll be in VO2. And if you come all the way over there to VO2 and Artist Alley to meet me, not only do you get to meet me and Landis, but right next door to us will be Kenny Porter, the writer of the Schlub. So if you want to get your Schlub copies signed, you can come get those signed. And then on the other side of me is my good buddy Dave Acosta, who, if you like Elvira and horror art, he was also the artist on Terror War. It's going to be a great little area there for us to be in C2E2. So I hope some of you can make it. The other reason you should come to C2E2 is we're going to do a Schlub panel. So me and Kenny Porter and Ryan Stegman are doing a panel in all about the Schlub and sort of how we made the Schlub and how we built the world we built and all that kind of stuff. And we'd love it if you'd come by and ask us some questions and hang out with us and talk. That would be really cool. It's going to be the Saturday of C2E2 at 12:30. And I'll mention this stuff again, and it will be out there. But the best way to make sure you know where to find me and find out about all these things is my newsletter. So subscribe to my newsletter over on tyrellcannon.com as well. And I told them about the sale already, so definitely hop on that. So yeah, let's see here. Eli got a care package of comics the other day. Good excuse to get more. Yeah, it's hard when it's like I kind of had been thinking about a sale, but I wasn't sure when I was going to do it, and it's always like I don't want people to get upset if they just ordered something. Honestly, a lot of the stuff that I marked down is kind of some of my legacy stuff that's been around for a minute that I would really like to get into people's hands. And I never know when I'm going to get the time to do something until I'm doing it. So about a week ago, I was just goofing off, I think, and I drew this just kind of like really quick in ink, and I was I don't know. I was just trying to get some ideas down on paper for something, and I really liked it, and I liked the roughness of it. But I wanted to do one that was maybe a little more developed, just for fun tonight, because I've been inking Eris. Let me see if I can show you. You guys want to see a little preview of a little behind the scenes of Eris number 3? Let's see what's something here that's not too spoilery. Here we go. So here is a page in progress for Eris issue 3, or chapter 3, I should say. And it is coming along. I am working. It's already going to be about 40 pages. It might be a little bit longer than that. There's just a couple pages at the end I'm messing with right now, and really excited about it. But I can't show you much else because I don't want to spoil the story. But if you haven't already, Eris is available on my website. You can get a digital copy of issue 1, or you can get a copy of issue 2, physical copy. So anyway, there we go. Sneaker Buns Beef Bros Fanny Pack. Yeah, man. We did those for the campaign, and I just had a few left, and I hadn't really found a good way to sell them because it's hard to bring them to shows because they're not huge, but I don't want to carry them around. So I decided to put a few of them up on the sale right now. So if you guys are into getting a fanny pack, I use it. I just wrap it around my body. I don't like wearing it on my waist, but everyone can wear it however they want. All right, so let's just kind of do a fun one here. This will probably be a quick fun one. I've had a long day watching my kid and then running errands, and so I'm ready to just do a fun drawing and then get some rest. So I think I'm going to go straight in with brush, and I don't want it to be quite like this, but I want to capture a little bit of that. So I think I'm going to just, we're just going to see what happens. How do I want the light to be on this is one question. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Mine's been pretty good, I think. A lot of the first part of my week, like my Monday and Tuesday daytimes, are usually, it's a lot of like administrative stuff usually, or kid stuff ends up taking a lot of my time. So Wednesday is really the day that I feel like I can dig into work. Tuesday's kind of my kickoff to that, actually. It's like if I can do a fun drawing tonight, it sort of puts me in a good place for the remainder of the week, Are folks excited? I should ask this, actually, since I have my X-Men book that just came out. Who's excited for X-Men 97 out there? I was a little cautious, but then I saw that clip of them fighting the Sentinels. Like, I was cautious because the animation, I wasn't sure, I'm not impressed with a lot of animation lately. But man, I thought they did a really nice job. And it wasn't that it was super stylish in the execution of the actual characters and stuff, but it was more the staging of the action was done really well. And then, of course, all the effects were really nice. I'm not sure if those were hand-drawn, though. I wish they were, but I doubt it. But yeah, some of that was really cool. So I don't know. I think I'm stoked. I think I'll check it out. That's my era of X-Men, as people might have guessed. But yeah, I don't know what other people's take is. Oh, and then what do you guys think about my buddy Stegman drawing the new X-Men book, huh? What about some of those designs he did? Pretty cool, right? It was fun for me because I was able to see a lot of those designs as he was working on them, and with the rest of the group, and man, it was pretty fun to see, and we all gave him a lot of shit about things, and he really, in good fun, really made a really awesome designs, I think. Always pumped for X-Men. That's right, Eli. Good job. They are too cool. Yeah, his Cyclops is cool. I like the way he draws Cyclops, slim, because I think a lot of the people over the last maybe 15 years or so have, I don't know, maybe 20 years or so, have just kind of made him a little beefy. I tend to draw him a little beefy, but I do appreciate a skinny Scott. But yeah, and then the pages I've seen from the book look super rad. It's some of his best work in my opinion. Drawn team books is no joke, man. Just no joke. It's so many characters, and so you really have to find a way to give everybody space, and man, it's tough. So I don't envy him in that front. But I'll tell you, I'll never draw X-Men probably. Who knows? It should be fun, but I would definitely want to go pretty big with it. I'd want to be pretty, what's the word? I'd want it to be extreme. I'd want it to be a very sort of throwback. Well, it wouldn't have to be throwback even, but I would just want the designs to be kind of the way I do them, where there's like a lot more energy to it and a lot more fluidity. But anyway, the point is, we're all excited for Ryan to be on X-Men, right? I mean, I always want to see him back over here in the creator-owned space, but who doesn't want to draw the X-Men? Man, this is coming along quicker than I thought. Maybe I'll have to find some screen tones to throw on this. We'll see how it turns out. Here we go. That's kind of cool. Let's add a little bit of motion here with some janglies and wires. Well, I lost some of that brushiness here, but these angles were feeling so good to me, I just kind of followed them. So yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up X-Men when it comes out. I haven't read in so many years. This is the perfect opportunity for me to give it a shot again. Because then I have no affinity for anything that was just happening in the last maybe 10 years of X-Men, so it's like kind of good that they're doing a fresh thing right now, at least for me. I know a lot of people probably like some of that other stuff, and that's totally cool, but I'm just talking personally for me. Look at that. That's nice. I've been playing I finished the Dead Space remake. I think I mentioned that, which is great. So now I'm playing through Dead Space 2, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And I thought after playing the remake it might look bad, but nope, it looks great. And it plays great, and it's just a perfect game. So I'm seeing some of that influence in here right now. Henry Grossman. Stegman. That's right, Stegman. Yeah. Studying Mike Mignola. Cool. Yeah, he definitely Eli with the shadows, Mike Mignola. Yeah, Henry Stegman used to have a podcast. I mean, I guess he technically still does. I don't know last time they did an episode, but called Stegman and His Amazing Friends. So he's definitely dove in on that joke. See, I used to play Halo with my cousins, but they all ditched me for Helldivers, so I've been just playing Dead Space, which is fine with me. I love Dead Space. All right, what are we thinking, guys? Is that looking cool? I think it's looking pretty cool. Maybe bring a little more down here. Leave some of this. Oh yeah, and I was gonna maybe darken in this here. Yeah, Mignola is sort of like the master at finding a way to not have to draw things. You know, it's like he's so good at just sort of like letting things, be hidden in the shadows or emerge from the shadows. And I definitely want to get better at that. So he's definitely a good one to look at. I like a little more. I like his stuff in that kind of between phase when he did that Batman book. That's some of my favorite Mignola stuff. Where there was still a lot of drawing kind of being seen, and it wasn't all shapes, But also, though, I mean, I loved Hellboy in Hell, the art in it at least. It just felt, it was almost like so stripped down it was abstract, which I think a lot of people didn't like that. But I kind of liked it as sort of a weird artifact because of that. It had such a weird, kind of like I said, like, almost divorced from sort of from like normal storytelling. Okay, I'm going to overwork this if I keep going. So I'm going to let some of this dry for a minute. We're going to do a little bit of pen work and erase. And then I might put some, Henry, but I might put some zips on this since it's going so fast. I don't want to leave everybody super quick tonight. I mean, got to put in at least 30 minutes here. Hey, Logan Cannon, my illustrious brother. I did show a little snippet of Eris earlier in the stream. No spoilers, though. It was a page that was 90% white. So, you know what we need on this maybe is some like some of this kind of action. Oh yeah, I was also going to mention, I mentioned this last week, but if you haven't already picked up Tender by Beth Hetland, that came out, it's very good. And also my buddy Derek Jones, if you follow him over there on Instagram, or if you go to my Instagram, I've been retweeting restoring some of his stuff. He has a new book coming out called Nosebleed, which is so cool, and you guys gotta go check it out. I should have put a link in the bottom, I didn't, but if you go to Derek Jones on Instagram, or if you just go to my Instagram, I've already kind of been storying some of his stuff. You'll see it there. But he could use some eyes, and it's stuff that deserves eyes because it is beauty. Okay, here we go. We're real close to zip time, I think. There we go. Something up here though, it's like needs a little structure or something. Something to sell this roundness a little bit more here. All right, that's looking cool. This is a weed priest. Yes, this is one of my versions of that, and this is just for fun. This has no purpose at all. I might be offering some 6x9 this size commissions at C2E2. So you know, if you get to my table early enough, I'll let that dry for a second. Grab some zip tones to see if we got enough to cover this guy. All right. I am running out of zips. I've been saying this for weeks, and I need to place an order, and I just have been broke as a joke, so I have not been ordering zips. All right, let's see what we got here. That's probably not going to cut it. I'll use some of that. Oh, hey, what are the odds? Do you think that would fit it? Of course not. This is what happens though with zips. It's kind of annoying. If I was only using them on small panels, it would probably not be so difficult for me to use the scraps. We could just do a scraps on him, but I don't know if that's really going to give us good results here. Oh, everyone loves my clock, Henry. Whenever I get on a call, people are like, what is that ticking? I was like, it's my clock. It's my clock. All right. Let's see what we can do here as far as size goes. We've got, if I did these, we could do, I don't know, folks. Plan B is markers. I don't even know if markers would work, but heck, that could be worth a shot, huh? This is for fun. What's the worst that could happen? It turns out to be terrible. Let's just see what happens with some markers. I got all these markers over here because I love markers and pens, and so I cannot buy at least 3 or 4 every time I go to the art store. And so, but I don't use them on my pages because they're color markers, and I don't really sketch in my sketchbook as much as I used to. And so I've just got them in this drawer here. And you guys are going to laugh when you see the colors because they're probably not what you're expecting. But let's try some markers on this. I really wish I had an orange right now. I'm really feeling an orange, but okay. Let's see what I got. Pink. 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 Oh, green. These are just pens. I thought I had pink. Oh, here we go. Pink. Alright, looks like we're probably going to do pink. I have so many Posca pens in here. What am I thinking? Alright. Alright. We got pinks and we got grays. So, what's the best ways we can use these here? Oh, I have these grays down here too. Okay. So, let's see what we can do here. What is this green going to do? Let's see what this green's going to do. That's typical kind of Sharpie green. What will it do over some gray is the question. Here, let's try it down here. Gray. And then we'll do some green over that. See what happens here. Not terrible. What's a Posca look like next to those? Ooh, that's a little much. That's a little much. What do I got over here? See, it's fun to play with your toys. Ooh, is that a green? This is riveting, isn't it, folks? Tyrell digs through his marker drawers. Alright, let's see what these greens are about. Oh yeah. How dead is that though? It's not super dead. Oh, there's a chisel tip. Not super dead either, but close to it. You know, I wish I could just go buy like a whole set. I had a set of Prismas for a while, and then kind of got away from using them. Alright, so we are going to completely change our strategy here. We are going to do a two-tone. Be alone. We're going to do a two-tone. We're going to do pinks and grays. We got plenty of grays here, so let's try these and see. Those are similar warmths there. And then these. That's so dark. That's weird. Got the wrong cap on it. Alright. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's lay down some pink first. So what's the darkest of these? My daughter is obsessed with this one. She cannot get enough of it. Ooh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? That is such a pretty color. Oh yeah. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. That's my dog. I don't know what he's doing. Let's stick with shapes. Tyrell. Okay. Oh, hi, BMC Comics. I missed you there, bud. Eli, yes, the horror game remakes have been good. I would really love to see even more of these. You know what game would be fun to see done again? It probably ages pretty well. Is what's it called? Fear. That one where it's like a shooter, but it's like a horror game too. Those games were a blast. I really like those. Definitely more of like a mix, but still had a little bit of, scary stuff in it too. These Posca pens are fun. I started getting them to draw with in my sketchbook. Like I said, I haven't done much of that. And then also for like commission accents. So I did a drive commission not too long ago. And I ended up using these pink colors for that. So that's why I have all these other pinks too. Because when I started that commission, I thought I would run out of marker before I finished it. I was like, oh man, I'm going to need more of these markers. So I went and bought a whole new set of the same 3 or 4 that I had, and of course it lasted fine, and then I didn't even need to use them. So see, let me. All right. And I just got an idea. Oh, that's not the right side. We might be able to actually make use of some of that zip. I don't know if I got much juice in this marker. My daughter has been somehow it made its way into her crayon box. I let her use it one day, here at my desk with me, supervised. And then the other day she's sitting there coloring, and I'm like, what do you got there? She's like, oh, it's your marker. I was like, oh, why do you have that? You let me have it. I said, oh, okay. I've learned best just to let it go. I think I think we brought it in there or something, and then, But here it goes, it's dying. So we're going to get a nice kind of dying out pink as we go down here, which might be kind of nice. I should have brought out one of her drawings to show. She's getting really good. For a 4-year-old, I think she's pretty good. But I'm a little biased, I guess. Next time. We've been doing some collabs, me and her, so. I wish I could play music on this, but I don't want to go find any of that crummy, like, copyright free music. I just would rather have nothing. All right. Trust me, it's going to come together great. Or not. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We're going to start light. Real light. Just to be chickens here for a second, at least. These are fun too. These are Tombow. They got dual tip pens. Sneaker Buns asked Dan to come over and play guitar. Yeah. Yeah. Supposed to go hang out and work at his place this week, so I'll probably have to hear him play guitar. Nah, he's good. I've been learning too, actually. I'm not getting very far because I've been so busy, but I do have an acoustic here. Been goofing off with it a little bit. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody, please. Okay. That's so dark. Why is it so dark? That's even darker. Okay. We'll go with this one. Okay, so we're gonna... Well, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do here. You can't always get what you want. Gotta stay a little looser, I think, is part of it. Trying to control this too much, and it is entropy. All right, that's feeling a little better actually. All right, we got some holes in his thing here. All right, yeah, I'm actually kind of liking that. I think we could do a little something else here. Dawn, my kids never want to collab on any art. Really? Yeah, I mean, mine bosses me around a lot. It's not like we always do what I want, but she oftentimes will come in after school, and if I'm at the desk, she'll say, "Dad, I want to draw with you." And she gets so intense, man. She gets right down on top of it, you know. She's like right down on top of it, just going at it. And she's getting pretty good. And so what we'll do is we'll draw out boxes sometimes, and she'll kind of tell me to do a couple panels, and then I'll say, okay, you do some backgrounds in these. And then today I was having her goof off on my iPad with some colors, so that was pretty fun. Sometimes she wants to draw, though. Sometimes she doesn't. You know how kids are. They're fickle. Okay, let's just define a few of these shapes a little better. We'll pop in some white out. Let's see if we can kind of salvage this as like a presentable drawing. It's been a fun experiment regardless, but... Oh yeah, and I wanted to do a little bit zip on this too. So we are going to do that. Okay, get some chunks in there. Sorry, my dog was barking just now. He never used to do that, and now he does more. And I don't know why. Maybe he is just not hearing as well. I don't know. He's not that old. Okay, I kind of want some of these to feel a little bit more solid, just feeling that call. Kind of neat. Yeah, sure. Let's do some of that. That's cool. All right. I'm seeing something here. Alright, don't want to do too much here. Don't want to do too much. Let's just... Alright. Alright, where did those zippies go? Here we are. Alright, this is going to be lovely. Oh, hey, yeah, Don, are you going to be over there at the C2E2? I hope so, man. Might have been the last time I saw you, bud. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babe. Darn it. I was really hoping that would fit, but I want it to be darker than that, so. Alright. Now I have to buy more zips. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Get out of here. M20, all right. Everybody go see Don at M20 at C2E2. Don, you doing commissions this year, man? If so, you guys should go check out Don. Either way, he does he's in a lot of comics. I still think of him as doing the werewolf comics, but he's working on some other awesome stuff right now. And Don has a great podcast that I've been on. It's a good podcast despite having me on as a guest. And if you see him there, that's good too. All right. This should do what I think it's going to do. If it doesn't, well, you know, you can't say we didn't try. Oh yeah, babe. It's that easy, bro. It's that easy. Hey, you know I'll come on anytime you want, Don. I do have the schlub coming out, or you might want to wait until I have the next chapter of Eris ready. I would love to talk about that. All right, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to put some white out on this. And then we're going to call it a night. So don't go nowhere, because you're going to see the end of it. Okay, so the other thing I was going to... Oh, man. This needs water in it. If you hadn't been here earlier, I am having a sale over on TyrellCanon.com. A lot of my old stuff is in that sale. A few new things that have not been available before are there. Go check that out. There's a link in the description, or just go to TyrellCanon.com. Everybody who buys anything this week is entered into a raffle to win a piece of original art, which I showed off at the beginning of the stream. So go check that out. Also check out my buddy, if you go to my Instagram stories, my buddy Derek has a comic, Nosebleed, coming out. You gotta check that out. There's a lot of great comics, man. I'm not gonna tell you to go read Stegman's new book, because y'all know about that already. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. That's it right there, boys and girls, folks, people, all people, everybody is welcome. Sometimes it's the little things, you know. I, of course, watered this down way too much. Let me see if I can stir it back together here. I literally just put water in it from my water bottle, which is probably not a good idea. Awesome, Don. Thank you, buddy. All right, and Don's going to have commissions. Don Cardenas from Comics Coffee Metal. Table M20. Everybody go see him. Don's a staple of the scene. Oh, I love bringing out these little details back in here. It just makes my day. I love working the white back in. I feel like it's always going to be somewhat a part of the process for me. It is sort of a little bit more like sculpting when you work that way, and it feels just right for me. To each their own, though. was a long time where I only worked with the clock going at night. If it was past like 10 o'clock and I was at the desk, I would just work with the clock going. Nowadays, I pretty much always have something playing. It's difficult for me to not have anything going on. I get distracted. My brain gets distracted. What do you think, folks? You think it's there? I think it is. I'm going to have to put my signature on it. I've been kind of cooking with a slightly very varied signature. I think I'm finding something that's a little more me now. Change it up every now and again. Well, that turned out a lot more detailed than I had originally planned it to be, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, let's put some crud out there. Let's put some crud out in the air. Paperclip, that's funny, man. Phil Hester. Yeah, man. Phil, of course, Phil would understand that. And you too, man. Got that whole, like, Phil's stuff is just so perfect, you know? It's just so efficient and, like, beautiful. Okay. All right. Two strokes. That's what you need there. Okay. I think we got it, y'all. I think we got it. And if I don't stop now, I'm going to overwork it. So, like I said, TyrellCannon.com. There's a sale right now. Crazy down, you know, low prices. Go check out the sale. Everyone who participates in the sale is entered into a raffle to get one of... Where'd they go? Where's those drawings at? One of these 3 drawings right here. So head on over there and buy something. And potentially get something worth even more just by buying something cheap. So go check it out. Thank you everybody for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping to continue to hit Tuesday nights. If for some reason I'm not on though, please don't hold it against me. Life's crazy, you know, babies, kids, you know, whatever. It's a grind. So yeah, but yes, hopefully I'll be back next Tuesday with some other cool news. Enjoy your evening, everybody. See you later.